Hi guys, I wanted to connect with you from the absolutely special place where I am right now, which is the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadelupe in Mexico City. I didn't even know that this place is in Mexico City, and I just wanted to take advantage of the fact that I'm here and share with you a little bit about the things that I don't always mention, which is my faith and what an enormous role faith plays in my life, in everything that I do, and also in my travels. So, as you know, that I'm sharing about the places that I go to, right? The beautiful sceneries. But one of the main motives for me to travel and explore the world is the fact that this is such an amazing creation that we've been given by God. And this place is one of the places that is a living proof that miracles are there accessible for us. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of the image of Our Lady of Guadelupe, which, by the way, is one of the main pilgrimage sites, Marian sites, that is visited by few million people every year. The story is very interesting. In the early 16th century, Our Lady appeared to Juan Diego, who was a newly converted Catholic. Before the conversion, before the Spanish presence in this region, there was a lot of Aztec people here who were sacrificing humans. And I read that there was about 20 to 60,000 people being killed, brutally killed, to be offered to the gods. Their chests were being cut open, their still beating hearts ripped out and offered to some gods, right? And then when Spaniards came, one of the leading people who was Catholic, he wanted to start spreading the good news gospel in this region. And he was also praying to Our Lady for a sign. And apparently the sign arrived to a newly converted Catholic, Juan Diego, who was walking to the Catholic Mass. And Our Lady appeared to him and asked for the church to be built in this region. And she asked that he goes to a local bishop to present that request, which he did. But the bishop was skeptical and he said, if you want me to believe the story, show me a sign. So Juan Diego returned and he had another apparition during which he said to Our Lady that bishop requested a sign, and Our Lady was okay with that. And she said, go to this garden, pick up the flowers and bring it to the bishop. And he did. In December, he went to pick up the flowers and went back to the bishop. When he went there and opened his coat, I'm missing the name, and let the flowers out, the bishop fell to the knees and said that he now believes Juan Diego, because the flowers that fell out of his coat were roses, and that was December, when roses were not, around. But not only that, on that piece of clothing of Juan Diego, there was an image of Our Lady, which is now known as the Our Lady of Guadelupe, known around the world image. And that image was examined by many scientists, and it's also very special because it not only has the human body's temperature, 36.6 in Celsius, I believe it's like 98, right, or something in Fahrenheit. It also has the pulse. And the image was also examined by the ophthalmologist, who found out that in the tiny piece of the Our Lady's eye, there is a reflection of Juan Diego, which would not be able to be painted. Not to mention that there was no paint used, identified on that fabric, and the fabric alone usually lasted 20 years. It was made from this material, organic material that was decomposing after 20 years, while this one is around for 500 years, right? So this is a special place, and what's amazing is that there's more special places around. Our Lady of Guadalupe is just one of the images that we can see around. There are also places like St. Joseph's miraculous staircase in Santa Fe, where I was 2 years ago. There are also places like different places where we can see the bodies of people who were perceived to be saints, right? And their bodies are not decomposing. And why I'm saying that is, for those of us who are skeptical, there's so many signs that we can literally see around us, right? That are supernatural. And to me, these are the signs of God showing us that, you know, He's real, He's here, He's willing to do the miracles, right, for us. And I also wanted to share with you, when I travel, right, and I always say that, you know, I travel without planning. I usually don't prepare much before any of my trips, but what I do and who I owe it to is I pray to God for His guidance, His protection, and I pray a lot. I actually pray a lot. I try to pray 3 rosaries a day, which is Pompeian novena, for those of you who know. I also pray this 12-year prayer of Saint Bridget, which has an amazing promise. Whoever will be praying this 10-minute a day prayer for 12 years will have this amazing grace of going straight to heaven after death. And let me just clarify, I'm far from being saint, I'm far from being holy, but I absolutely believe in God's mercy. I see God as a loving, merciful, faithful Father who really cares about all of us. And I just wanted to share it with you because I'm oftentimes sharing about different things, but this aspect is actually the most important thing in my life that keeps me grounded. And I've oftentimes said that I have 3 passions, right? Traveling, home decor, but faith, to be quite honest, faith is the most important thing to me, and I pray to God that I will never lose it. And I also wanted to mention next Sunday, not this Sunday, which is the Easter Sunday, but next Sunday is a Divine Mercy Sunday. This is a very special day during the year when somebody goes to confession and receives the Holy Communion and prays Jesus as God's mercy. He's going to receive complete absolution, meaning he's going to be returned to the state as if he was just baptized, right? His soul is going to be cleansed and purified. 3 years ago, I was in Medjugorje, and that was the time when I, for the first time ever, recorded a video in English, and I recorded that about that Divine Mercy Sunday, because I think it's so important. It's such a promise for those of us who believe and open to receive it. And I'll be honest with you, I remember every year and I always want to receive the Holy Communion that particular day, because then if something happens to you, who cares if you receive such a promise of being accepted without going through the purgatory. But I'll also tell you, when you believe, you have such an amazing perspective on all of the things in life. Like you're not afraid of death. Death is imminent, unfortunately, right? And each of us will experience someone we know, passing sooner or later. Some people have it more, heartbreaking. Some people less. Some people, are stricken by diseases and, some hard stories. But if you know where you're going, if you believe what's on the other side, then you have a completely different perspective. And I would also like to recommend to everybody to listen or read about near-death experiences of people. This is absolutely amazing how similar the stories of people who were pronounced dead but revived, what they share. They all say that what they've experienced on the other side is really undescribable, that the human language lacks words to describe the feelings, the views, the sceneries that they've seen on the other side, that they've never felt so alive as on the other side. What I find very interesting is that nobody who's experienced that wants to return on the earth. They ask to stay on the other side. Even loving mothers who have children here, they don't want to return. They want to stay, in heaven. And also interesting is the fact that the majority of people who were revived and who returned, they are depressed because they have to be back here on earth, right? Which is such an amazing promise. There are also people who had bad experiences, right? Who've experienced hell, and their stories are also very eye-opening. But when they call out the name of Jesus, they are saved and they are brought to heaven, and then they take that lesson when they're revived. I would really I don't want for you to believe what I'm saying. I would love for you to, even on YouTube, find any stories of people who experienced that, because it's very, very interesting and eye-opening. And yes, I really wanted to share this aspect of my travels with you. This is really the topic that I would love to share more about, because this is the essence of our life. And let me tell you, when I'm traveling, I'm going to different places, but what always keeps me grounded is going to different churches. Wherever I am, it doesn't matter the place, where there are churches, I'm at home. And I love to be going to different churches. I generally speaking love to be going to different churches. This just gives you peace. And the reason why I'm recording that is that I wish for everybody to experience God's love and peace. And I also want to mention, everybody has a different story. There's no two people who start at the same, point in relationship to, to God. We all have different upbringing. We have different experiences. We grew up in different religions, different households, So it's not like, God's mercy is available because, for me, for example, because I grew up in Catholic home and my parents were believers, that helps. But God's mercy is accessible for everybody and anybody. And it doesn't matter your experiences, doesn't matter your past. There's no two same relationships with God. Every person has their own relationship. Every person prays differently, uses different words, starts from a different point, but God and Jesus are available for every one of us. And you know what, when I travel, I oftentimes cannot believe myself that I've been blessed to experience stuff like that. I'm not coming from a rich household, my parents could never afford, stuff like that, traveling, and the fact that I am able to travel to such beautiful places it's such a humbling fact for me, but this is God's grace, and I cannot help but see it every time and every moment, you know, of any day, and just be grateful. And that's why I wanted to share with all of you from this special place. You have no idea how I would love to send good energy from this place. And even if you open this video for a second and close it, I hope that good energy and the Holy Spirit and Our Lady of Guadalupe's, you know, blessings will reach you, your families, your, you know, the things you worry about, you pray about. I really am recording this video from this special place to share blessings with you. Yeah, really heartfelt blessings to all of you, because our relationship with God is the beginning and the end, and there's nothing more important than that. So I just wanted to share about that right now with you from Our Lady of Guadalupe. Happy Easter to all. And I should say God bless you, even though I'm not a priest. So, but God bless you. All the best. Bye.